Shalom, and welcome to What the Watchman Sees, a ministry that will sift through all of the social media noise to show you news of importance from the Most High's perspective. As watchmen, we are here both to warn of dangers and give biblical answers for dwelling in the secret place of the Most High during these times of confusion. Tell your family and friends to like, share, and subscribe as we delve into what Yahweh has for us, the apple of his eye. Let's get to work. Shabbat Shalom. We're going to continue in our Bible study and take this time to meditate on the Most High's word during the Shabbat, during this time of reflection over things that he has already given us to consider. We have been in the book of Romans. We're almost at the end of Romans, but for this Shabbat, we're going to revisit our theme and how it relates to where things are today. So the theme for 2024 is to continue building the sure foundation in the midst of turmoil. Cultivate the relationships with your tribe, and then surround and protect one another. So that theme is the theme for this year, but there are several sub-themes, and one of those we've already talked about, but we're going to talk about it again. So we're going to be looking, first of all, from the viewpoint of our guiding scriptures, 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 15, which tells us to study to show ourselves approved unto the Most High, workmen who need not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth, and also that all scripture is God-breathed and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness, that the person of the Most High may be complete, thoroughly furnished unto every good work. We're going to be spending some time looking at the 91st Psalm, and this will be our probably third time, at least the third time, maybe the fourth time we have been looking at this Psalm, because the Psalm 91 is one of the sub-themes that the Most High has, or maybe not even a sub-theme. It's one of the threads that continues in our study that transcends years and transcends seasons. But it definitely is for this season. What we didn't mention the last time we talked about this, in its specificity, Psalm 91 is a psalm for people who are at war. And so when the Most High gave that through David, King David, he, as we all know, was a warrior. So we're going to read it as our background scripture, but then we're going to be looking at how to prosecute this war that we are currently in. So let's look at Psalm 91, verse 1. He that dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say to the Most High, He is my refuge and my fortress, my Elohim, in Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover you with His feathers, and under His wings shall you trust. His truth shall be your shield and buckler. You shall not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flies by day, nor for the pestilence that walks in darkness, nor for the destruction that wastes at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at your side and 10,000 at your right hand, but it shall not come near you. Only with your eyes shall you behold and see the reward of the wicked. Because you have made Yahweh my refuge, even the Most High your habitation, there shall no evil befall you, neither shall any plague come nigh or come near your dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over you to keep you in all your ways. They shall bear you up in their hands, lest you dash your foot against a stone. You shall tread upon the lion and the adder, the young lion and the dragon shall you trample under feet. Because he has set his love upon me, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he has known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. Psalm 91. So we're not going to go line by line because we wanted to use this as the foundation for this meditation, which is actually going to be primarily in Luke, the Gospel of Luke. But again, this is a psalm for a person and a people that are operating in a state of war. If you don't know it now, you will soon know that that is the state of the world right now. The world is at war. And the people of the Most High, which most people don't understand, are actually at the center of that war, or the center in the sense that the war is being waged and it's coming through the people of the Most High. So that was the state that Yasharel was in when King David was establishing his territory, the territory that his ancestors had already been given, and he and his people were now in that territory. But in order to manifest the will of the Most High, they were constantly in conflict with those surrounding them. Okay, so they had to learn how to live in a state of war. And as this meditation is focused, that is true today also. Here's the difference. The Most High has a way for his people to fight, which is not the way of the world. So what you see going on in the world, regardless of the geographical location, is how human beings have decided to prosecute war. And as his people, war is being prosecuted against us. But what we as his people must understand is that we have been in a state of war for 400 years. So it's during that time that the Most High has placed his word before us so that we as his people can know how to fight. And certainly that's the case now too, because those who are waging war against us have no rules. As the saying goes, all is fair in love and war. Whatever gets the job done in war, that is okay. That's how human beings are operating right now. That's not how the people of the Most High are to operate. So that's what our meditation is about. So we start by seeking out, finding, and then dwelling in the secret place of the Most High. Once we're in the secret place, because it's not our place, it's his place. It's a secret place that he has for his people. It's always been there, though. So that's why it's important for us to remember this Psalm 91. When things are bad, he has a place of refuge for us, his people. And that's what the second verse is saying. We have to declare that the Most High is our refuge and not a refuge of our own making. Okay. He is not only our refuge, he is our fortress. A mighty fortress is our God. That's what the psalmist and the hymnist wrote. Okay. So we trust in him. Once we know where the secret place is, once we abide in the secret place, we can trust in him to be our refuge. We can trust in him to be our fortress. He does the work of warfare, but he has a way for us, his children, to wage that war. And so we want to start with that. We're not going to go in any more detail right now with Psalm 91, except for me to encourage you to not only read Psalm 91 in its entirety, meditate on Psalm 91 and live that out, because that's going to sustain you in these evil days that we find ourselves. Okay. Father, bless you and keep you. Father, make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. Father, lift up his countenance upon you and give you his shalom.